How do you do? Storyteller here, and finally back with another episode of The Deed. Excuse me a second while I adjust the screen just a tad bit. There we go, make it more centered for your screens. Anyway, we're back playing this game, and we're going to try to pick up right in the beginning before we accuse anybody or do anything. I kind of forget how to play. You recall this old grandfather clock very well from your childhood. You believe that it ever stopped ticking, time itself would stop moving. That was a Twilight Zone episode, wasn't it? Anyway, we've already kind of talked to all the characters already. Last time we accused the maid. No, we accused... Yeah, the maid. Excuse me, I keep tampering with the screen. With the love letters. In the sister's room, I think. Sorry, my mouse keeps going outside of the box. I will try to make it stop doing that. Ah! Stop going outside the box! Think inside the box. Oh, okay, let's try to accuse the gardener this time. Yeah. Yes. Take the rope. Hold on. Cannot. Stop! Stop! There. Ugh. It's right at this point of the screen where my mouse goes outside the box. That's so annoying. But I'll try to ignore it. This dusty old wine cellar is where your father likes to practice billiards, blah blah blah. Go in there. Pile of shoes. Nothing of interest. Yeah, this is the maid stuff. I don't want the maid, I want the gardener. Pleasant music. So in case you guys have forgotten the game, you know, things about, how do I get in here? There we go, okay. In case you've forgotten the goal of the game, we are going to murder our sister, but we have to try to frame somebody else of doing it. So in this episode, in case you haven't gathered, I'm going to try to accuse the gardener. So I need to find things relevant to him. Does the gardener have a room? I can't remember. Parents' room. No, I didn't want to open the cupboard or wardrobe. Gardener's room would probably not be upstairs. That's a bit too fancy for the gardener. Yeah, it's the kitchen up there. Let's try in the kitchen again, just because I don't remember what's in there. Pantry, blah blah blah, smells like roast beef, that's nice. Rat poison, leave the rat poison. We'll do a few episodes of these where we try to get away with murder. There's a lot of different endings, so I'm gonna try to get a few of them. Yeah, everything in here just looks like... Please don't touch that. You have no reason to interfere with the saucepans and crockery. Why wouldn't I? I have no reason to interfere? Really? You don't need any bread. Maybe I want a piece of bread. Maybe I'm just a bit peckish right now. That's a word. Peckish. It's an Englisher word. What on earth am I doing? I want to go downstairs. There we go. Stay in the text box. Oh, I think the rooms must be over there. I'm trying to find the gardener's room. There must be something there that'll be convincing. Oh, hello, sir. What can I do for you? Blah, blah, blah. You seem distressed. Oh, and I also need to talk to the girl upstairs because the gardener's been annoying her or something like that. Your concerns and my blah, blah, blah. Blah, blah, blah. He's, sorry, I'm not reading these out loud because I've already read these, but he's basically accusing the maid of being somewhat judgmental and blah blah blah, something like that. Kinda not even listening. Wait, what was in that other room? I know that's the butler's room. So, is there anything in here I can use? It doesn't look like I can interact with anything because he's kinda in there. And, oh, this was the maid's room. Okay. Not really sure what else I can do. I need something that's convincing. I should go talk to the maid. Because I remember the maid saying something that he was annoying her. And then at dinner I have to accuse him of, like, hitting on my sister. I remembered that. Something like that. I hope old man George hasn't been bothering you, blah blah. No! Talk to me! Exasperated look. I'm sorry, okay, fine. I don't know what I'm supposed to do. Wooden table is empty. What is convincing? Golden candlesticks. Make an elegant murder weapon. Oh, is that how I convinced that it was the mother? Leave it where it is. Ooh, that's interesting. I didn't know I could frame the mother. What was in there? Oh, that's the father's room. What's on the table? Hefty tome. Yeah. How do I frame the gardener? I don't know. I have no idea. Is there something in the trunk? Wooden side table. Oh, it's a side table. Something in here. None of these books are interesting. Assortment of records. Whoa, hey. Oh, okay, this happened last time. Blah, 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 family history, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, the bad memories. Boo-hoo. Style of parenting has always been consistent. Definitely a good thing. What do I need to do? How do I frame the gardener? Or the butler, I guess. I don't know if he's a butler or a gardener. Maybe talk to the sister again? Was there something I needed to talk to the sister about? Maybe. Hello, sister. Sister dear. I smell a rat. Have you come to see me, little rat? Yeah, I'm not reading through all this again. I'm not a rat, I'm your brother. Yes, I remember now. Your name is Rat. Ratty Rat Rat. You used to have a pet rat, didn't you? Remember what I did to him? Ugh. Wait, what did I just say? I didn't mean to say it. Oh, she has 73 mirrors? Wow. I feel like these conversations were a lot longer last time I played through this. Whatevs. Alright. How do I... Former bedroom, that's cool. It's kind of frame... is this how I frame myself? Use my own sword? Kind of been there, done that. Didn't win the last round we played. They ended up finding out it was me. I would never be a good murderer. Should never commit a murder. I'd be so bad at it. Ugh. Ugh. I mean, that's... Wait. No, don't pick up the diary. That's not what I wanted. Oh, shush. 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 I can't think when you do that. What can I pick up that'll be evidence toward convicting the gardener? Because I have the weapon to convict the gardener. What's evidence, though? Nothing in the drawers. I'm so lost. What do I do? George doesn't look like he wants to talk. Nobody wants to talk to me! You aren't in the habit of sleeping in the servants' quarters. Snot. Maid's room. I don't know what to do, guys. I'm kind of lost. I need to kind of read a guide on, like, what items to pick up and what to say, but... Sheesh. I mean, I don't want to cheat. Hate to do that. I kind of want to figure it out on my own, but I'm kind of lost. I'll try a little bit more, just in case I can figure it out. But if not, I might just have to pick up something random and see if it works. I know that's a bad way to go about it, but I really don't want to cheat. Is anything in the parents' room? I kind of doubt it, but... You know. No, there's nothing in here. Nothing that would help me with convicting him. What's wrong with the plants? Another of the mother's blasted plants. What's wrong with the plants? They're kind of nice. Alright. So I don't really know what else to do. Let me check that cupboard again, just in case there's something else. Nothing else of interest. Tools. Yeah, I might just have to pick something up and hope it works as evidence. Rat poison? Let's try the rat poison. That's kind of like a tool type of thing. Take the rat poison. Yeah, sure, why not? Dinner's ready. I think I just picked up 2 weapons, but, you know, whatever. Sophia, can you come here a moment? Blah, pour more wine. But, madam! Yeah, he wants to pour the wine to look down your shirt. Let's accuse him of that, because that'd be funny. Oh, that's not what I wanted to say! Go back! Go back! That's not what I wanted to say! Well, as long as we're in a bad mood, I might as well go through with it. Wow, this is not going out the way I wanted it to. It just auto-clicks whenever I click. It clicks the next thing. I didn't want it to do that. Well, this is turning out interesting. I didn't get to try to frame the butler. It's not what I wanted. Go plant the evidence. I need to get to the butler's room. George kind of saw me. Is that a problem? There we go. Ooh, it's hot in here. I have these giant spotlights on me and I have to turn off the AC so you guys can't hear it in the background. So it gets really, really hot in here. You have a murder to commit. There's no time for rummaging through drawers. You have a murder to commit. Oh, I have to plant the evidence after the murder. Okay, that makes more sense. You know, evidence kind of important. After the murder. Not before. Silly. George seems to be busy. Perhaps he's noticed that something is missing. Oh, he knows that it's missing. That's not good. Wait, how do I plant the evidence? Wait, do I plant it before or after? I have to plant it after. Maybe I have to talk to someone first? No, let's just do it. Let's do it. This whole episode has just been reckless abandon, so let's keep going. With the rope. Holding the rope in both hands, you creep up behind your sister and pull the noose over her head. Just got an achievement noose. She gasps and begins to struggle, but you hold it tight around her neck. It takes some time before she finally goes limp. You let her drop to the floor with the rope still around her neck. Someone might have heard the sound of the struggle. It's time to get out of this room. Six, 5, 4, 3. I don't know where I'm going. I'm just kind of just running. I have to get rid of the rope. I didn't get rid of the rope, did I? Crap. I have the murder weapon on me. Yeah, we know it was somebody here. Uh-oh. Okay. Need to search your person. Turn around. Why would you be carrying a box of rat poison with you? I don't know how it got in my pocket. I took it because it was dangerous. To kill rats, obviously. To kill rats? Obvious? No, that's not... I don't... To kill rats. I noticed this house has something of a rodent problem. Thought I would assist. Wouldn't that be the servant's responsibility? Normally, I suppose I just felt like helping. I see. Now that that's out of the way... Wait, where's the rope? Where's the rope? As you know, I've already spoken to everyone, blah blah blah. We've now completed our internal search of the house. We'll go back to that later. Shall we... activities since your arrival. The maid said you and the butler arrived shortly after 7 o'clock. She greeted you at the door. You are not on good terms with your family. It's no secret I detest my family. Later you went to speak with her again. Why did you decide to visit the kitchen? To make sure my family was treating her well. Well, isn't it obvious I was pursuing the maid? Yeah, alright. What do you think? I wanted to see more of the maid. A lot more. I see. You'll forgive me for suggesting that seems rather lecherous? What word was that? Apparently you had some concerns regarding the butler. Yes, but it turned out I was wrong. Yes, but it turned out I was wrong. I did have concerns, but they were incorrect, as it turns out. Alright then. I know that you did not stop with to talk with either of your parents, which strikes me as very peculiar indeed. It makes me wonder what else you were doing that was so important. Let's discuss your conversation with the butler. I understand you two spoke about the new maid, Sophia. The butler seems to have some concerns about her. Told me the new maid is a bully? Told me the new maid is very domineering and looks to force him out of his job. Cold and heartless were his words, blah blah blah. Did you speak to your sister? Yes, I did. What did you discuss? I have no idea. She insulted me and I left. Did that make you angry? To be honest, I was used to it from her. Let's move on. The events that took place during dinner apparently made a comment about your mother's drinking habits. I didn't mean to. For her own good, I felt like I had to say something. She was drinking far too much. Do you think this has anything to do with her difficulties in coping with your sister's condition? Almost certainly. Ooh, interesting. There was an argument between you and your father and you threatened him. Only in the heat of the moment, I didn't mean it. It's true that tempers were running a bit high at dinner. I never intended to threaten him, though. That's quite understandable. He sounds very agreeable! Now I need to ascertain your location at the time of your sister's death. Where were you when you heard the maid scream? Upstairs! I was upstairs. Near the landing. Master bedroom, your bedroom, Jennifer's bedroom. I think I was on the landing. I think I didn't... No, I was in... Oh, where was I? Jennifer's bedroom? I can't say I was in the bedroom of the girl who was getting murdered. I was on the landing. I was on the upstairs landing. I see, thank you. As I said earlier, we've completed our initial search of the property. Search did not turn up any items which gave me cause to suspect anyone in particular. I'm curious about the murder weapon. The rope which was used to strangle your sister came out of the butler's cupboard, which is generally kept locked, I believe. Suicide is a possibility. She may have tried to hang herself and the rope came loose, causing her to fall to the floor. It's all very interesting. I'll be completely honest with you, Mr. Bruce. Frankly, your behavior leading up to your sister's death concerns me a great deal. There's a question or two regarding the butler, but I personally don't buy it. Too cliché. I'm slightly curious about the maid, but I doubt she was involved in this. Despite any marks about your mother, I don't think for a moment she did this. Now, as for what happens next, I'm placing you under arrest under suspicion of murder. Come on! What? I died again! I died again! I would be such a bad murderer. Oh my gosh, come on guys. Let's load this again. Let's load this again and see. Oh, this is not what I meant to do. Hi. Hi. Wait. No, go back. Wait. Ah! I broke the universe! Hold on, guys. I'll be right back. Okay, guys, I'm back. Hold on, let me adjust the screen a little bit. Okay, I'm back. I completely broke the universe, but let's try it again. There we go. Okay, we're back. We're back. We're good. It's all good. So I find out we actually need to talk to people a little bit. According to the inspector, it was suspicious that we didn't, so let's just get through this as quickly as possible. See you, Father. Happy birthday. Let's try to be pleasant this time, not confrontational. Blah, blah. I'll consider it an... You have to let me live my own life. Blah. Blah. If you can't be civil, I'll take my leave. Well, so we'll argue regardless of what I say, but at least I was civil in that argument. It's so loud and annoying. Blah. Oh, sit down. Okay. Can we turn off the music, please? That's probably copyrighted music. I'm here to make amends. Family has been dysfunctional for too long, blah blah blah. I see. You'll forgive me, I'm a little skeptical. Have you been up to see your sister yet? Will she be okay? Let's try to be nice. Not seen her this bad in a long time. Oh, so the mother thinks it's possible she could commit suicide. Yeah, blah blah blah. I'm worried. You should go talk to your father if you haven't already. Make him a happy birthday. Try to sound. It's so loud. There we go. Okay, better. Okay, so she has the potential, according to the mother, of committing suicide, and even the inspector suggests that. How could I propose that? Let's try the rope again, because that had potential, but let's do it as, like, take the rope. Yes. And let's find something from the sister that would propose suicide. What would be convincing? Let's go back upstairs. Ornate clocks. Sister's third love. Sister's too busy staring at herself to notice you sorting. Find a pair of silky undergarments with our initials embroidered on the side. Plant in the right place. Oh, that's probably how you convict the maid. Well, leave the undergarments. That's not a good motive. Hi, sister. Let's try to be civil with you. I thought I smelled that. How are you feeling? Be civil with everyone. I see you're still collecting mirrors. Mother's worried about you. Mother seems very worried about you. My condition? What condition? I don't have a condition. You want to have me sent away, don't you? Well, it won't work. I'll tell you what. Blah, blah, blah. Go away. I don't want to speak to you anymore. Oh, I'm being equally concerned with anyone, so at least that's consistent. What could I plant that would indicate it was like suicide? Wasn't, I think down in the maids' quarters there were like love letters or something, weren't there? Maid's bed is well made. Broken mirror. Shard of glass would be a poetic murder weapon. Leave it where it is. Somewhere, I'm not crazy, right? There were love letters somewhere. I'll find it, guys. Come on, I want to get at least one ending where I'm not the one who gets convicted. Oh, here we go, here we go. Seem to be love letters to an unidentified female. Take one of the poems. Yes, I'm sure. There we go. Okay, I think I need the rope and a poem to make it look like a suicide. Time for dinner. That's just my guess. I could be completely wrong again and die again, but we're gonna give it a try. Would you come here a moment? I don't know what I have to say, though. Pour me some more wine. But madam, blah, blah, blah. I need to be civil. I can't be rude. Nonsense. What does it matter, George? Stop being... Blah. Do you let your staff speak to you like that? He just wants to look... Come on, let George pour your wine. Let George pour your wine. Just let him pour the bleep wine. Would you? It's his job. Stay out of it, boy. Blah, blah, blah. Yes, of course, sir. My apologies. And it's a fair little rat. Okay, she says the same thing no matter what. Perhaps I did speak out of turn. I apologize. I'm sorry. I must have had too much wine myself. You'd better not let it happen again. Sophia, could you come here, please? Yes, Miss Jennifer? I just want to say it's a lovely and blah, 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 blah. You're too kind, miss. Oh, you're so good to me, sweet thing. You're so very, very good to me. Sophia isn't interested in your advances, sister. I want to kind of imply that she doesn't have a shot, so it would look like suicide. Sophia isn't interested in your advances, sister. Leave the girl alone, would you, sister? She obviously isn't interested in your advances. Shut up, little rat! You ruined everything. It's quite enough. Blah blah. To celebrate your fun. Oh, that was kind of just jumped right over. Okay. Happy birthday, Daddy. Blah blah blah. Happy birthday. Let's hope it'll be one to remember. Doing the deed. Now is the time to quickly plant the items of evidence. Okay, so I needed to plant the evidence first. I messed up last time. Okay. Oh, stop with the intense music. You make me nervous. No, this is the wrong room. Wrong room. I need to go in Sophia's room, or the sister's room. Is her name Sophia? I forget. How do I... Where do I plant these? I need to plant these. No, go back! That's not what I wanted. I need to plant one of the letters. Letter. So many mirrors. How do I plant a love letter? How do I plant a love letter? Maybe downstairs with her? Like, as a note type of thing? Maybe? I'm so confused. What do I do? What do I do? I wasn't ready for this. Wait, once you go, there's no turning back. Wait, maybe... Wait, where'd the candlestick go? Love letter, love letter, love letter. Maybe plant it in the maid's room? Question mark? Let's try putting it in the maid's room. Make it look like her advances were kind of rejected. How do I... How do I... Is there... Items... Poem... Come hither, thou sweet flame-haired maiden, let us play the games which have been forbidden, blah blah blah. Pretty sure that forbidden isn't a word, and the rest doesn't really rhyme. Oh, do I want to plant this in this room? No, I need it. Okay. Got it. I needed to click on the item, not the place itself. I needed to click on the item. I need to plant this in my sister's room. Wait. Or in the maid's room. Let me put it in the maid's room. I feel like that's it. In my sister's room would link it to her, but in the maid's room would show that the maid got it, but the maid didn't respond to the advances, giving my sister motivation to be depressed. It's all very harebrained, but let's do it. Yes, hide it in here. Under the maid's pillow. That ought to be incriminating, I say to myself loudly. So when I used the rope last time, the inspector said it looked like she might have been trying to commit suicide and the rope fell. Yes. Ooh, don't be so loud. Don't be loud. Use the rope. Blah blah blah. And dead. Someone might have heard the struggle. Can't go that way. Hear the maid coming. 5, 4. Did you hear that, Mr. Aaron? Hear what? Okay, I was literally out in the hallway, so that might be incriminating. Oopsie! I was right out in the hallway, outside of the murder room. Oh, there's blood on the floor in that room. Difficult time for your family, blah, 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 blah. The interview. Thank you for joining me in here, Mr. Bruce. This won't take long. Need to search my person. Afraid so. Turn around. Now that that's... Oh, okay, I had nothing on me. Start from the beginning. The maid says you and the butler arrived after 7 o'clock. She greeted you at the door. She mentioned your conversation. I meant that my family doesn't like me much. I understand. Later, you had a conversation with your mother, Gloria, in the parlor. She told me you were unusually cordial. Something about wanting to apologize and make amends. I was being sincere. Wanted to avoid another argument. That was a private conversation. I was being sincere. I wanted to clear the air between myself and my family. Do you think it's slightly suspicious that you suddenly wanted to reconcile after all this time? No, I don't think so. Very well then. Oh, that was a bad thing to say then. We were worried my sister might attempt suicide. She had she? Yeah, I will take note of that. Okay, he's taken note that she has tried before. Quite heated. My father has always had a temper. Of course I did. My father's an irritating man. Actually, I thought the conversation was civil. My father's always had a temper. Would you say he has a violent temper? Absolutely. I wouldn't have said that. I see, that's good to know. You discussed the prospect of moving back to Dunshil. You understand to do so may, under any circumstances, I understand. I couldn't bear living with my family. Of course, I already have made a life somewhere. I may have considered it in the future. I already have made a life somewhere else. He refuses to accept I have a life now. I can't move back there. Of course not. That's completely understandable. Thank you. Did you speak with your sister? Yes, I did. Yes, I went to her room to see her. And what did you discuss with her? Small talk. We discussed her illness. Nothing at all. She insulted me and I left. Did that make you angry? To be honest, I was used to it. Let's move on to the events that took place during dinner. I understand there was an argument involving the butler. You felt he was being treated unfairly. My family treats the servants poorly. Trying to stir things up. My family treats the servants poorly. Treats them like dirt. Indeed, it was part of your job to do so. It was good of you to do, sir, Mr. Brizot. Well, thank you. Apparently, you accused your sister of making unwanted advances toward the maid. Well, someone needed to talk to her about it. It was a silly, regrettable accusation. I was just teasing my sister, that's all. Ah, I see. Let's move on, then. Now I need to ascertain your location at the time of death. Where were you? The ground floor. West wing, east wing, dining room, pantry, foyer, library, parlor, dining room, west wing. I was in the foyer. Yes, the maid mentioned seeing you there. That put you quite close to the scene of the murder, I'm afraid. As I said earlier, we've completed our initial search of the property, found a poem written by your sister which appears to clearly express romantic feeling toward the maid. Given that we found that in the maid's room, we can't be sure that she had read it. Perhaps it is proof that the two of them were involved in a secret relationship that would make her a suspect. I will ask more questions about it at least. I'm curious about the murder weapon. Rope, strangle came out of the butler's cupboard. Suicide is a possibility. All very interesting. I'll be completely honest with you. While some of your behavior this evening has been peculiar, I find no cause for any significant suspicion. While there is some suspicion regarding your father, I don't regard him as a suspect. There's a question or two regarding the butler, but I don't buy it too cliché. I think also the evidence surrounding the maid might be worth another look. Despite her condition, I don't believe your sister committed suicide. Now, as for what happens next, you can go for now, but I would appreciate it if you did not leave town. I may have more questions for you later. I think another interview with the maid will be required also. A verdict of suicide seems unlikely, I'm afraid. Hold on. What? I just got an achievement that said Unsolved. Although the inspector harbored suspicions about you, you were not brought in for further questioning. Sophia the maid was taken in for questioning and initially became the prime suspect, but it was determined that there was not sufficient evidence to lead to an arrest. You had gotten away with murder, it seemed. However, you had not given them sufficient reason to suspect anyone else either, and your father harbored suspicions of his own. Some years later, you were surprised to see his obituary in a national newspaper and horrified to learn that he had given his estate and possessions to a trust organization. You had committed this foul act for nothing, and now there was nothing at all to give you comfort in the long night, when the demons of your past came to haunt you. That's kind of a win. I mean, that kind of counts. That kind of counts as a win. I got away with murder for absolutely no reason other than the fact that she was a jerk. And they almost suspected the maid, and they kind of almost suspected suicide. So I think that went well. I mean, I didn't get convicted. Third time's the charm. It got unsolved, apparently. Case was never closed. But that's better than being convicted for murder, so I'll call that a win. So I will be playing more of this and trying to get the good endings, but now that I've actually somewhat succeeded, I might be inclined to check a guide how to get the other endings. But we'll see. I won't look them up right away, I'll think about it. So, I guess that's it for this episode. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next episode. Bye-bye!